Thank you so much for staying tuned. Welcome to today's edition of This Morning on ITV. I am Wilson Marshall. Well, you know it's not a one-man show. I have my elegant, beautiful colleagues with me in the studio. Chuka from Naya at the Gwe, and of course, Confidence of Heart. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here. It's like I'm blessed amongst women, you know. I ought to be in the middle right now, but come on. Yeah, it's okay. How was your weekend?
Also,
yeah.
Weekend was fine. How was yours?
Oh, cool, thank you. But work, you know the drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Confidence, what about you?
It's a pleasure being here.
All right.
You look good. I don't need to ask
Oh,
how
really?
you are
I'm blushing.
and how your weekend went.
Anyway, well, there is from the Benin Network Center, from the Lagos Network Center, we have Joshua, and of course, Kadri wants people to make connections with them. Definitely, you're going to get your own dose also from Lagos Network Center and of course, Abuja Network Center. Well, Donald J. Trump, the U.S. president, is at it again. We come gun blazing if something is not done in Nigeria to stop the killing of Christians. I mean, has it got into that, Jugo from Naya?
There's a lot of buzz about this on social media. There's a lot of buzz on the streets. In fact, that's what everybody's talking about. It's like the hottest topic right now internationally. You know, Donald Trump basically characterizing Nigeria as a country of particular concern. You know, and just saying that the killings in some parts of the country are targeted at Christians. He's saying that Nigerians, Christians in Nigeria are facing an existential threat.
Yeah.
And as you know, the president has come out to kick back against that and say, yes, there might be these terrorist extremists and they are perpetrating you know, this crime, the insecurity, as we all know in Nigeria here, but it is not targeted
at Christians.
At Christians, and also he's actually also saying that there are things that are put in place, policies and all put in place to actually nip this in the bud. But regardless, the president of the United States has stopped, or is planning to, I don't know how effective right now, is stopping aid to Nigeria and also gearing up for, I don't know,
an attack if possible.
That is the most mind-boggling and that is the most sensational right now.
Anyway, Confidence, take a look at the situation right now. Some are saying that, yes, the call by Donald Trump is the right call. Others are saying, you invading another country, that is against the tenets of international relations. So, him making that comment on Twitter and, of course, on his truth handle, how do you feel about it?
I'd say, I don't know what gave him, you know how you feel like this country is a developing country and you are up here and you're feeling like you could just make an assertion and make it happen. All right, so Donald Trump had said what he said. Now what is left is the people in power in Nigeria. What are they going to do about it? Because Donald Trump from the time past has been someone who says a thing and does it. So if he's threatening, he might want to go ahead. But are they killing Christians? Yes. Are they killing others? Yes. How do we prove that it is not a case of these people being intolerant towards just Christians? How do we prove it? And how are leaders, how are they going to manage this? We've always been like people who needed help in every sphere. So I don't know how. I'm looking at it. I don't know the possibility for our leaders to actually be able to do whatever it is to avert what Trump is planning.
All right.
Well, is Nigeria facing a spate of insecurity right now?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Is it targeted only at Christians?
No.
You know, there's this and there's that. You know, there's
this and that in what ways?
There's a section.
Have you not heard of mosques being bombed by these same terrorists?
Well, recently there's been a larger number of Christians, I don't know,
Christian
publicized
communities.
Yes, Christian communities actually publicized you know. And there's also the notion out there that the US is doing this as they've or the Western countries have done in the past, in order to exploit.
To exploit?
Yes.
Well, we're talking about Donald Trump here, because in President against Clinton has talk and do. He doesn't say a thing and backs out.
Not do it.
He follows through.
What is the intention? I'm talking about the intention. The intention, is it really concern? Or is it something else?
All right, fine. Let's join our Lagos Network Center where Josh is standing by. Josh, good morning. How is Lagos this morning?
Good morning to you, Wilson, and of course my co-anchors over there, Ifunaya, and of course her colleague there in Benin. And I have, as usual, my co-anchor right here in our Lagos Network Center in the person of Patricia Gabriels.
All right.
Pat?
Good morning, Josh. How was your weekend?
Very splendid, and yours?
Very well, thank you.
Of course, reacting to the conversation you're having this morning is quite germane, because over the weekend, the social media space and of course offline has been agog or awash with issues as regards Nigeria being a sovereign nation, but of course having to deal with issues of both local and international concern, talking about the genocidal killings that have been on for a while. There has been mixed feelings or mixed reactions following the statement the President of the United States made that he's going to take action, especially against Nigeria. And of course, we'll be seeing a situation where terrorists will be having a bad time with him, because he has made that stand that he's going to make sure that they are wiped out from Nigeria, especially given the fact that their major target, as it were, has been on the Christian community. Now, the issue about if Christians, for the most part, has been victims of this genocidal attack is something that has been left on the table for every Nigerian to debate about. But for the most part, we could say that Christians have been the ones talking about this genocidal killing for a long time now. We heard about the killing sometime in Ondo State, where Christians were having their religious activities in Owo, to be precise, and over 200 persons were killed, you know, in that particular service that went on. We saw the other one that happened a night before Christmas, where 200 persons were massacred, and up until this time, we've not been able to see persons who are responsible for those killings, if they were even identified or even brought to book. And we've had several killings in Benue and the rest of it, where even the Christian Association of Nigeria, at that point, particular time, could not even say anything about it. They were mum. And this raises issue about if we have, you know, a government in place where we could be able to say that the Nigerian army could step up, you know, their game to be able to match these guys tooth and nail to make sure that they are wiped off from the territories where they are occupying. We've never seen something of that nature, and people are really talking about this, and we've seen, you know, reactions from various sectors and of course political divide, talking about the issue of Donald Trump being too much, you know, particular about Nigeria. What is his aim? Is the aim about, like Ifunaya said, is the aim about taking advantage of the fact that we have rich mineral resources? I'm talking about rare earth minerals that could be of great use to them, especially when it comes to the EV, you know, industry. I'm talking about the electric, you know, vehicles that are being manufactured in the US. We're talking about the solar panels and all of that. Could that be the idea behind this, and using the genocidal killings as a way to penetrate Nigeria as the agenda? No one seems to understand, but as, you know, event unfold, we'll get to know what actually is the reason behind this. If it's actually coming from a place of love for Nigerians, especially for the Christian community, or is something else.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. We have Joseph Kadri from our Abuja Network Center. Joseph, good morning. How's Abuja this morning?
Very good morning. Good morning to our colleagues in Lagos. Abuja is doing just very well. I trust Benin and Lagos too are doing very well this morning. Yeah, on the issue we have at hand, like just said, from Friday when that news filtered in, when the U.S. president described Nigeria, declared Nigeria as a country with particular concern, I've been seeing, commentaries all around that comment. But we have to look at it from the realistic point of view. Are there killings in Nigeria? Yes. Who are these killings targeted at? Christian and Muslim? Yes, I would say Christian and Muslims. I know in Maiduguri, particularly in the University of Maiduguri, there was a time a bomb exploded in the mosque and killed so many, including students and a professor, in the mosque. Are there killings in the church? Yes. 2020, December 25, 2011, to be precise, St. Teresa Catholic Church in Madala, Niger State. There was an attack in that church. Many people died. We also saw in Owo and many other places. So there are killings. Who are those involved in these killings? Or who are those carrying out these killings? Terrorists, bandits, and of course, herders. We have seen communities sacked in Benue State, sacked in Niger State. You go to Plateau State, some part of Edo State. You can call it communal, but whatever it is, there are killings, either carried out by terrorists or herders or bandits.
Thank you,
So,
Joseph Kadri.
what is the way forward? The way forward is to pick them out.
Christians and Muslims
Is the federal government
being targeted, so to speak, by this terrorism. I'm not saying that we have more of Christians being attacked. Well, this is like, how would I put it now, perspective, so to speak. Somebody saying no, Christians are being targeted, the mothers are saying no, Muslims also, they are at the receiving end. Confidence, I mean, between Donald Trump's comments and allegations against this country, saying Nigeria is a country of peculiar or whatever concern, if nothing is being done about it, it's going to come gun blazing. Where Femi Fani said something that if Donald Trump should come in, Nigeria will fight back. Where is that coming from? Because I was like, hey, why would you go say such a thing? He said Nigeria, and person of this person said Nigeria will push back. Push back who? That comment by Femi, I don't get it. I don't really get it. Do you think that Nigeria can push back the power or the might of the U.S. when it comes to a showdown?
First off, I do not think that if Donald Trump is coming for us, there will be anything left, let alone who's pushing back.
The way you say coming, I'm so sorry, the way you say coming for us.
No, he's coming for the terrorists, not for us. He's coming for the terrorists. But for him to say they're going to push back, I was like, push back what? Who? How?
So I'm heading somewhere.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump is coming for us as a country, I do not think that anything will be left, let alone what is supposed to push back, right? But if I want to look at what Donald Trump is doing in the Middle East, I think that this guy, he's not really, I don't think he has any ulterior motive. I feel like he's just genuinely fighting insurgency.
Fighting terrorists.
Fighting terrorists, that's what I think. And if it's coming to Nigeria, it's going to be targeted only at these people. If they can fish them out and actually do what they're supposed to do to free us of these people, I think it's a welcome development.
So they should come in.
They should come in.
But
if there's an ulterior motive,
yeah, like a rare earth mineral.
I
No, something just got to give. Is this because if someone's coming to help you, an international relation, you must have something to give. It doesn't just come with ease. There must be something behind this, either genuine motives or come on, the rare earth are in Nigeria. Ife.
I mean, whether or not it's actually what he said that is the reason why, you know, the existential crisis which he supposes that Christians face in Nigeria right now, or if it's a bid to exploit, we would never really know.
Would never know.
You know, but there's been cases of these cynical things that the West do, where they come and try to intervene in internal crisis in countries just to exploit the rich African you know, resources. And we've seen that over and over. And just even apart from the strikes or you know, actually having Donald Trump, the U.S. president, or the U.S. military deployed to Nigeria and all of that, there are other implications that this is already, you know, brewing, diplomatic ties. He's talking about stopping aid. We have very important aid that comes from the US. Talk about schemes like PEPFAR. Talk about just different help that comes from this country due to the diplomatic ties between the both countries. We can already see that this is being affected, or the talks of it is already brewing that it might affect these diplomatic ties. Although we've heard reports say that they're about to meet up either in Abuja or the White House to talk about this. Is Tinubu going to go to America?
Anyway, we keep watching because
we'll
right
see
now,
if Mr. President goes.
Yeah, because right now Nigeria is just at the center of it. It used to be Russia, Ukraine, then I went to Israel, Hamas. And I'm talking about fighting against terrorists. Iran got their own fair share. Yemen, you know the story too well. And I went into Gen Z protesting against their leaders. Right now, it's Nigeria and the U.S. You know, Trump getting so angry, saying the report is getting about the killing of Christians isn't going down too well with him. If something's not done about it, it's going to cut off AIDS. And he might just come gun blazing. That word, gun blazing, you know. And he said, we're going to push back. You know who won't push back? Anyway, we'll go for a break. When we return, we'll take a look at some of the papers and the headlines. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. It's now time we'll take a look at the papers. Let's see what the headlines are saying. Quickly, let's glance through the papers. New Telegraph. Genocide against Christians. Allegation. Tinubu to meet Trump soon, says presidency. The issues that will shape Anambra Guba. Two major headlines making the rounds on the Daily Telegraph. Let's take a look at the other papers.
All right, in our other paper, Leadership is our next point of call. And a major headline right there says, Kanu approves construction of 50 affordable houses across 36 councils. You get to see that on page 7. Also on Leadership newspapers, you get to see green energy. We've exported crude oil 5 times from Otakikbo terminal. Those are the stories that you can grab a copy and get to look at on Leadership newspapers.
All right, now moving on to the next paper.
Right after that, we have some top stories from Tribune. First of it, we have
A country of particular concern. Yes. What it means for Nigeria. All
what
right.
it means for Nigeria. This is interesting.
And that's what we're going to zoom in on for today. We have another one there, PDP crisis, yeah, and they take a look at it. Also, the court suspending the Congress, so to speak, or convention, how they're going to go about it. Move on to the next paper, please. Let's see the next paper. This day. On this day, we have these headlines.
Presidency intensifies engagement with Washington over Trump's military threats.
All right. Well, right now we have yes, the HOD Mass Communications, yeah, Uniben, Dr. Dan. Doc, it's a pleasure to have you join us this morning. I really appreciate you joining us. Well, let's take a look at some of the headlines. Let's go to the first paper. We're talking about threats and the presidency meeting up with Donald Trump. That seems to be making headlines in our dailies. Now, what do you have to say about that headline?
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. You know the reason why the government is afraid? You recall what happened in Libya. You recall what happened in Iraq. The problem is that over the years, young men took arms against the state with what you saw in Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara. Instead of government to use whether gunboat diplomacy to handle this issue, over there government has been playing, government has treated the issue with kid gloves. The import of this is that we now have situations where people are killed in their millions without any resistance. You saw videos of state governors having parley with these bandits or terrorists, if we call them, but nothing has been done. So the reason why the government is afraid is that if the US decides to take military action, it's going to destabilize this country. We will never be the same again, like what you have seen with Libya. What government needs to do is to tackle the issues headlong. A man who took up arms against the government, against the state, government should take action. Rather than taking action, what you have seen over the years is that the same government will arrest this guy, they call it rehabilitation, give them millions, and they go back with the arms against the state. We cannot continue like this as a people. So the action of the United States government or the threat of the United States government, maybe it will be a wake-up call on the government to do what is right.
All right. Now, other people talked about the PDP crisis. You might have heard about it, talking about suspension of a PDP convention. You get to hear for and, of course, against. Some are saying are going to appeal or do sales execution, or better still, jettison the court's judgment and go ahead with the convention that was scheduled to take place on the 15th and 16th of November. Now, what have to say about a particular headline?
Many commentators are of the view that the problem with the Nigerian state is attributed to the attitude of judicial workers when it comes to managing the affairs of this country. Some months ago, the court gave judgments over and over again that party leadership, party structure is a party affair. The court has no business with that. The question we ask ourselves now is, why the action of the court? What is the issue? Well, as a law-abiding citizen, we're expected to obey court orders. The question we should ask is, considering the plethora of cases and judgment the same courts have given over the years about party matters, why would the court stop the convention? If you observe critically what has been happening to the PDP, though it's self-inflicted, but there are fifth columnists within the PDP doing this yeoman's job to destroy the party.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Dan, HOD Mass Communication, for joining us this morning on the Papers Review segment. I believe and I hope that tomorrow we have more than enough time to really express ourselves when we talk about headlines making the rounds in our dailies. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your wonderful analysis of our papers this morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. It's a pleasure having you again.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor. Well, ladies, let's now make way for our analysts already here to really express their views and, of course, their opinion on this particular topic. But that aspect of gun blazing, that's my concern. And Fanny saying we are going to push back. I was like, guy, push. Anyway, we'll go on a break. We'll be right back. Don't go.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's a live studio. Like I said before, I have analysts here with me in the studio to throw more light on this. I have Honorable Derek Uhunwago. He is a special assistant on legislator right matters. Got it this time right for Senator Neda Imaswe. Yes. It's correct right now, isn't it?
Legislative assistant.
Assistant, isn't it? Assistants. That your office is too big. I don't know, but it's cool. It's cool. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Coming. And of course, I have a clergyman. I wonder why he's adorning his bishopric attire. He is Bishop Bright Olumese. Thank you so much for joining us, Bishop.
Thank you, Wisin. Good morning, viewers at home.
And of course, a prof, yes, in Uniben, a lecturer, Uniben, Professor Owen Olowo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wisin, thank you. Good morning, and good morning, viewers at home.
Let's start with Comrade Derek. When you saw that particular comment by Donald Trump, he made it global, he didn't hide it. He went to his Twitter handle, his truth handle, and made a post. Ever since then, Nigerians have been reacting. The world have been reacting. Everyone's been reacting positively or negatively. Let's start off from the basics. Has it got into that? What really prompted this man to react the way he's reacting right now? What do you feel is behind it?
I really don't know what prompted the urgency of this matter just now. But this matter has been on the burner for quite some years. You will recall that in 2020, the same President Trump administration designated Nigeria a country of particular concern with regards to religious intolerance. You know, so recently, around the same time, 2021, there was an independent report of the United Nations and a bipartisan report from the United States Commission for International Religious Freedom, you know, designating Nigeria also as a country for particular concern with regards to religious freedom. So, having said this, I would have expected that our leaders since year 2027, when this Boko Haram issue started.
2017?
I think it started around 20...
Far beyond that.
2007.
2007. 2007, yes.
You know, even before 2007, there was a killing of about 5,000 Christians in Sata Kaduna when the Sharia law was just, you know, passed into law, and there was riots here and there. So people, Christians, mostly Christians, were unalived in the process. So the difference between Nigeria and other countries of concern like China, Russia, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, what have you, is that theirs is institutionalized. You know, whereas Nigeria, it is not institutionalized. Religious intolerance is not institutionalized. It's not known by any caveat or law or executive order in the Nigerian state. But what mostly happens is that many Muslim clerics and even people in government who are Muslims, it is alleged that from time to time they will invite these Muslim religious fundamentalist militias to carry on jihad in their domain. You know, it has been a trend since 2007. You will recall that recently in Owo,
these are just allegations, though.
They say it was alleged. But in Owo, though, in Owo, I think June 2022,
yes,
there was an attack in a church, St. Xavier Catholic Church in Owo, where there was bomb blast and serious shooting that led to the death of about 80 people in that church. There was also this Madala in Niger State in the year 2004, where about 41 people were killed. It was the same bomb blast in a Catholic church. You know, they're going to the Jos. In the year 2010, March 7 to be precise, there is this community, Donaga Awawa, where over 500 Christians were killed. So the issue is that we are aware that this issue have cascaded to the extent that even most moderate Muslims are being hit by these fundamentalists.
All right.
We are aware of all this.
All right, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. He has given us a history of how all these things have been happening that prompted the reaction of Donald Trump. He said moderate Muslims also have been attacked because talk about bomb blasts also in the mosque. So, Bishop, what do you feel about this?
Thank you, Wilson. If you're at home, it's a very terrible time to be in Nigeria. Looking at a couple of leaders that we have. You see, when you look at Donald Trump's statement, you know, at the level of diplomacy or whatever, you could say that it was far-reaching. But you see, what was his statement? Is Nigeria, the killings in Nigeria, is it not of concern? I take, for instance, there is war declaration between Russia and Ukraine. How many persons have died within the 2 years? In Gaza, how many people have died? Where is clear war? Then you now come to Nigeria. Now the issue is the internet has made us a global village where every person of concern can watch what is happening down in Sokoto, down in Benue, down in Plateau, and all over the nations. The killings are well documented. They are on end. They go to certain areas, they are all becoming graveside. And when you take their biometry, you see that they are of a particular religion. And what leaders shouldn't be complicit? If Nigerian government have not been able to show sufficient ability to stop the killing, this is human life we're talking about. It's not what you can produce in any factory. The right to life is a global right.
It's a fundamental right.
It's a fundamental right, it's a global right as well. So in other words, it's actually a call for concern and all of that. So I was thinking, criticizing Trump was for me. I felt bad. That's the issue that I had. Like these persons, I saw many persons in the name of some wherever coming to say that it's illegal. So is the killing now legal to the extent? Some of these persons has not really come out to tell government, look, take responsibility. The reason why this killing continues is that these killings take place. People are not held responsible. People are not made to face the wrath of the laws. Before you do it, it's no longer on news. We are now preparing for another level of killing and all of that. So this call of Donald Trump is a call for the government in power. This is a slap in the government in power.
Okay.
They must take responsibility, sit tight, feel security. The level of insecurity these days, many persons did not even run from this country because of economic problem. They run for their life.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Bishop. Prof, you've heard the opening remark of Honorable Derrick Onwagon, of course, Bishop Bright. So what's your stand? Remember, Donald Trump was so clear and certain about it. He mentioned Christians, the killing of Christians in Nigeria.
Wilson?
Yes.
I like to call a spade and not a big spoon. It is sad because I think the last time we were on this stage, we spoke extensively about insecurity. And I remember on this stage I said that these terrorists terrorizing us, Boko Haram, I used one vernacular, pidgin. I said they're not rich shows, Ando. I've been playing politics with it. I say it. Successive governments have been complacent about insecurity in this Nigeria. It is not something that they are ready to stamp out. And I don't know for whatever reasons. I don't know. I'm very surprised. And again, too, the media, the Nigerian media has become very complacent, too. You people are underreporting the things that are happening in this country. Wilson, you and your colleagues.
Are you accusing what or what? I don't get it. We keep reporting every time.
Wait. You people are underreporting what is happening in this country. And I want to believe that it's because of regulations. Yeah. NBC is regulating
obviously.
You. Yeah. They blackmail the media, NBC, blackmail the media with,
you cannot say that NBC blackmail the media. They are to maintain
wait first.
Law and order regarding mediaship.
Listen, allow me to ventilate.
Of course, ventilate, but in the right dimension, please.
1 minute. NBC, the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, the arm of government regulating broadcasting in Nigeria. They used to slam you guys with sanction every now and then. And when I say blackmail, I'm not mixing words. They blackmail you guys with sanctions. And they tell you, they tell you to window dress things.
Okay, hold on. Okay. This is where I put my foot on the ground. You can't say they tell us to window dress things.
Let me finish.
Let's focus on this discussion, please.
I'm going there.
Please.
Window dress. In what form? They cajole you and tell you, oh, do you think it's everything that is happening in the Western world that the media in the Western world report? Don't you think there are also killings, more killings on the street of the United States of America that we are having here? You CNN report it? CNN is an American USA media outfit. You see, they try to paint the American society as a good society. You people here too should try and paint Nigeria well. Don't report everything. Thank God for social media. See, I'm very particularly worried about some of us who try to play politics with this. And I know why. It's because these killings have not gotten to many of us. Because, like I said the last time, because we live in metropolis. Do you get what I'm saying? We live in metropolis. And I saw one, I will not mention names. I saw some persons who have come to condemn and, say, oh, this is not right. Some people are even daring to say, oh, if this happened, thank God the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that I know, that I have commended severally for the drastic and head-on reforms that is repositioning Nigeria, even though we are suffering temporarily. These reforms are inevitable. I've commended him here. But for this insecurity matter, my brother, I will not mind word with it because people are dying every day. In thousands. Let me tell you, if I came here, I think yesterday, I didn't even know you were going to invite us for this talk. Yesterday, I stumbled on a video from Plateau State. A clergyman took us to a monument where over 501 persons were buried, and there was a stone where you have all their names. Yes. I saw that video, it's trending. Yeah. So when I say the media is underreporting this, I will not blame you guys because there are regulations. They slap you with sanction. And I want to say this: anybody who is saying that Donald Trump went out of his way to declare that is Nigeria not a place of particular concern? Why are we pretending?
I'll come back to you,
Nigeria is a place of particular concern.
Thank you, bro.
And a place for religious intolerance. I told you the last time, I said this is what we call something like Usman Danfodo jihad. Yeah. Okay. They are following the what we call the cattle route. They have left the northeast that they are not in the middle belt now, right? Before you know, they will come to Awushi. Are you telling me there are killings in our villages here? Yes. In what is it called? What is it called? In the Eastern land.
Thank you.
Killings have started.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll come back to you, Prof. I'll come back to you, Prof. Well, you talked about the NBC regulatory body. They don't manipulate. They're just doing their job, which is to regulate the media to report what is right and the rest of them. That is for that. I talked about killings. Trump was talking about Christians, but some are saying if you just make it particular to Christians, you might not be doing justice to this. It's like Muslims too, they've been affected. Take it up from there.
I ask a question. The insurgency that have been happening in Nigeria, are you telling me that definitely will not affect, cascade into, other religious sects? Definitely it will, no doubt. But this setup was targeted at Christians ab initio, full stop. Later on, because these fundamentalists were sponsored, and later on when their sponsorship appeared to have depleted their source of sponsorship, they had to improvise. You will recall that in the beginning, they were not kidnapping for ransom. No. So they started improvising, started to fund their own operations, and it started to expand. And when you start a situation, you will not know how the chain reaction will end up. It has cascaded into other forms of violence tendencies, no doubt. But the major focus of these fundamentalists is to see how they can Islamatize the Nigerian state.
But that is your own opinion.
Well,
because Nigeria is a secular state.
You can say that. I didn't say Nigeria is not a secular state. I said the goal of these fundamentalists. You will recall that a new set came in recently, Islamic State for West Africa. You know, those Iswa people appear to have been saying Boko Haram is no longer focused on the main agenda for which they were set up. So they came on board to now, you know, give more steam to this whole palaver. So no doubt we know that it will cascade definitely to other sections of the religious believers. I remember I mentioned just now that even moderate Muslims are not even being targeted. Those who appear to be speaking against the extremism of these fundamentalists are being targeted. And I will also tell you that there will be a lot of ripple effect in this pronouncement by President Trump, except our government takes very fast, holistic, and decisive measures against this menace. What are one of the most productive measures that the government can take is to immediately give some semblance of backing, be it by law or by caveat, to the vigilante group of Nigeria. You see this local policing that people are joking with. I always say it is the first point of call with regard to our security. You will recall that these people were doing very well in Edo State until the government, the former government of the day, now took over the leadership of the VGN, and they now appointed political proxies. The Southwestern Amatokun was doing very well with policing and securing lives and property until government in that region also politicized it. So if government can dispassionately give adequate support by way of logistics, by way of legal backing to the local policing mechanism in the various communities, I can assure you, issue of insecurity, issue of fundamentalist attack on Christians will be a thing of the past, because these are people that know the nook and crannies of their own locality.
I'll come back to you, Honorable Derek. Let me come to you, Bishop. Now, the aspect of coming into a country that is an independent state with its territorial sovereignty intact, are you in support of that notion?
Okay, that is where diplomatic diplomatic ties need to be, expressed. Now, the issue is like there is a problem right now. The problem, or every leaders, if you watch why Donald Trump make the statement, if you look few weeks back, some of the bishop at the north, that's why you see the Islamic was attacking the camp, went to the United States to meet with the council and really show picture proof. And Donald Trump has now been properly briefed. So as a leader in his position, he had made a statement. Now, what we expect is that the president of Nigeria should, with immediate effect, meet with Donald Trump in person to discuss Nigeria's helplessness in tackling this crime. Because the government of Buhari came one time and said that people, members of government, are sponsoring Boko Haram. Now, Buhari now came and was trying to solve the problem and made a decree that anybody you see with a life ammunition shoot him. So how many have been shot? Now, some of notable cleric, governor, you will hear them come to say, we know where they are. They don't hide them. Yeah. On national television, we know where they are. Yeah. We know where they are. So do you think, when you say diplomatic, the issue of right and all of that, and the issue of saving life and property, we're putting things in place. You see that, okay, look at the way the world is being governed, the way things are going. You see the way the U.S. have been able to come into to get ceasefire in Gaza between Hamas and Israel and all of that. So sometimes that statement of Trump becomes very important because countries have begun to call. Because there's a red flag. What Nigeria would have done, what other countries do, is when U.S. frighten you, you run to China. You know, a few days ago, U.S. brought down the helicopter of China. And that's the reason was that any of our countries who used to seek support, they are now running to you because we correct them. Be warned. So you see that Nigeria should be very careful. Nigeria must be very careful in the extent that diplomatic whatever will stop rescue mission. Remember a few years ago, the military intelligence came to rescue one of their citizens in Nigeria soil. Did the sky break down?
All right. The
sky didn't break down. The point, what I want to say is that this is the extent I'm concerned. We don't want Nigeria to go into a kind of chaos. So the America, whatever they have in mind to do, they must also get to know that there's complicity here in Nigeria. If Nigeria is allowed to go into any form of war, it will be very difficult. Nigeria does not speak one language.
Okay.
Nigeria, multi-tribes and all of that, it will create a lot of problems. So it must be for the interest of all.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Bishop. Well, Prof, you talked about, you give an example of the extremists trying to take over the country, following routes, and now they are in the middle belt. And of course, Bishop said Nigeria should not be ashamed to let U.S. know of their helplessness in this situation. And in your own words, in pidgin English, they no reach us. Are we really helpless?
We've seen.
Yes.
You know, I like to always mention your name on set. And because you and I are friends, all of us here are friends.
Yes.
I want to commend Donald Trump for designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern. That Nigeria needs help is not questionable. It's a fact.
Yes.
We need help. We need intervention, not invasion.
Yes.
Intervention, not invasion.
Yes. Because for me, as an individual, I don't even trust the United States. Because we have seen documentaries of how the U.S. aid, which people call U.S. aid, have been used by previous Pontus, President of the United States of America, to sponsor terrorism in the Middle East. There are documentaries, including Boko Haram, to cause instability in many countries in the Middle East, and also Nigeria. At some point, there are allegations that there was the President of the United States of America, under President Goodluck Jonathan, who sponsored, they were funding Boko Haram through that USAID program to cause instability in Nigeria, and then to remove that then president. So everything is like what goes around is coming around. So for me, I commend Donald Trump for drawing the attention of the world to Nigeria. Nigeria needs help. Nigeria is bleeding. Yes. People think that we have come here to talk about this matter because we are perceived Christians. We are Christians, not perceived. I'm a Christian. That is not the truth. Anybody who has eyes, who wants to be sincere, including those in power, including the government, they are aware that this is what we call religious cleansing. This is like the jihad that Usman Danfodio
but some Muslims also have been killed.
Yes, like my brother here used the word. I want to borrow his word. Yeah. The Muslims that are being killed, they are the, what did you call it? Moderate Muslims. When you take you will talk about when you go to the Middle Belt, sir. The Middle Belt is a place, just the way people will say, oh, in the northeast where Boko Haram has been domiciled, or the insurgency has been domiciled for many years, the northeast is predominantly Muslims, right? That's the perception. Now, they are now in the Middle Belt. I'm sure you know, sir, that the Middle Belt is predominantly Christian, sir. So, the trend is coming very soon. Those of us who, because I see people talking. So people, the Reno mockeries. These are people who will, if anything happens to this, if there's a military invasion, like I said, I'm pushing for an intervention, not invasion. If there's a military invasion, this Reno mockery will jet out of this country. Femi Kayode, the one who was told that they asked him a simple question, who is bankrolling you? And he became angry on national television. If he begin start, these people, people like us who cannot afford plane tickets, will be the ones to suffer. I will not join these elites to destroy our common good. These people, I want to thank, I think I saw a post yesterday from the presidential spokesperson or so, that in the coming days, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will meet with the President of the United States of America to chant a way forward. Okay. Like I said, America, the other you said, because it's everywhere.
But now it's been suspended.
No, I know. Yes, Donald Trump suspended it. What I'm saying is that America, I don't want an invasion.
You want an intervention. I'll come back to you, Prof. Right now.
And again, in Jonathan time, are you aware we use the military contractors to try to fight Boko Haram?
You just hold on.
There's nothing wrong if we get intervention from these people.
We'll get to that point.
Please.
We'll get to that point. You just hold on. We'll go for a break. When we return, we'll continue with this discussion. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you so much for staying. If you just joined us this team, I'm taking a look at the comment of Donald Trump about the killings of Christians in Nigeria. He talked about cutting off AIDS, and if it's not well handled, the coming gun blazings just to rescue Nigeria. Well, you've heard the opinion that it's like we are helpless in this situation. Some are saying our military is more than capable to really take care of this insurgency, this security situation that we are facing right now as a country, but it's like we are not doing it. Do you feel that this comment or this threat by Donald Trump will change the narrative?
Definitely it will help to bring about some reforms. But I want to hope that the government will hastily bring about these reforms. There have been a lot of white paper on their table on the best way to resolving the challenges that we face in relation to security of lives and property. You know, I had mentioned earlier that the best approach is to engage and make effective the local policing, instrument in our society, and to also use this medium to, that's the fear of all and sundry. That it is not easy to invade any nation. It is not. In the case of Nigeria, the African Union will not support the U.S. The ECOWAS will not support the U.S. because they know that there is no justifiable reason for them to invade Nigeria. Every pundit knows that Nigeria will not be invaded. But the best that can happen is this propaganda that will tend to affect our macro and microeconomic stance, thereby leading to inflationary tendencies, thereby leading to capital flights, thereby causing shockwave, in our economic structure and what have you. So this is the worst that can happen. But for, say, America will put foot on the ground in Nigeria, it will take a minimum of 20 months if America start preparing now.
Are you sure about it?
For them to effectively...
Remember the report we had of them coming to Nigeria, perform 1 or 2 rescue operations, and bam, they're out.
That was not without the help of Nigerian military. Go and find out.
Absolutely.
Before America went into Venezuela, they are not even inside Venezuela yet. It took a lot of preparation. If not, they will come there and be disgraced. Yeah. And also, America had hardly succeeded in any, warfare with regards to putting foot on the ground. Go and find out. They were disgraced in Afghanistan. They were disgraced everywhere they've been. They can only do well when they use propaganda and when they back up folks that have been polarized. So this is where we need to put our heads in, our hands on deck, so that the American comment of the President Trump will not serve to polarize our polity negatively. The government must, as a matter of urgency, do the needful with regard to strengthening local security forces. There should be an act already to give the state the authority to police themselves. Come on now. The state should be allowed to police themselves, because that has been the most effective tools. Recall in the 80s or 90s, in the wild west of America, they had to quickly start deploying sheriffs. That's how the issue of sheriffs started. So that a group of people will be given authority and support from the federating states to tackle issue of insecurity in their locality. And that was how even America was able to checkmate issue of banditry and the semblance of terrorism that was rampaging their society as at then. So issue of local policing must not be taken for granted, because it is the most effective tools to tackling insecurity in any locality.
Well, there are some of the opinion that the reason why we're having these issues is because of the religious affiliations of some of our security personnel. How true is this?
Okay, yes, it's also part of it, and that's why we are calling for local policing. And also, in addition, special courts. This
special
issue,
courts?
Yes, this issue where you use penal code and use criminal act in some region is not helping us. Those regions need to be a special court, whereby, terrorists are tried within a month, the sanctions are made, or war killing that took place how many years, they are still lingering in court. Injustice, justice delays is equal to injustice, and all of that. So we are recommending, because the statement of Donald Trump, one, even though it's not maybe invasion or whatever, it has give hope to the Christian community in this troubled area. Like there is of concern, the world leaders are concerned, because if you watch one of those videos, you see them crying for help. What are the UN doing? What is America doing? His statement has, wake up hope for them, and which is very, very important. Hope is important in this kind of battle. Now, going forward, is that we put Nigerian government, I'm very sure Tinubu and his team must have now begin to sit together, because Donald Trump, is a no-nonsense man. He can just bring sanctions and all of that. So, in other words, it will also affect many things, economy, like our brothers have said, and all of that. So, in other words, going forward is that the Nigerian government must match what with action. Let's see that police, why local police is much more easier. The issue of complicity about tribe and religion will be reduced. If I am to police this my community, we are all brothers. So if you commit crime, we'll deal with you as a criminal. So, but when I'm an outsider, and all of that, this issue of is my brother will come in. So the issue of state policing, local policing is long overdue in Nigeria. All this give them day gone is a crime. If you go to the north, per se, this middle belt, drive 1,000 kilometers, you not see any police security checkpoint. I'm telling you, these bandits, they don't go single, they go in group. Like you see bags, motorbikes. One of our pastor friends they kidnapped. Among ransom was 80 bags that was meant to be paid, and foods and all of that. You see that all these guys, people bankrolling them, maybe they don't bankroll them again because government was not crippling their account. Buhari government did a lot of that. Now they are not kidnapping for ransom. Part of those ransoms that you provide their bags, provide logistics, provide fuels, and all of that. These things are packed to their location. So in other words, people know their location. So what is Nigerian government not doing? And this is what people staying in North said, that when these people are coming to attack them, you will see that military will come and mop up the area and take away their local arms. Yeah. He said they have now known that when military just come and mop up their local arms, most of them will run away from the community. That night or the next night, there will be attack. So that is the reason why. Because if you allow these people to face these guys, they have arms, just like Prof said, they will trust Nigerians. So the point is that government must show, sufficient, move that they are not complicit, that they are not sponsoring. Silence sometimes is consent.
So the allegation is that before they attack, they come up arms.
They are come up and find out that's what our brothers there. We are all Nigerians. Any Nigeria kid anywhere they are Nigerians.
All right. Well, the issue of coming out to mop up, I will go and investigate that particular issue, but becoming that is what they are doing. Now, if you take a look at the man Trump in his person, whenever he said something, he's going to do it.
Yes.
Now, Nigeria said that they know where they are.
Yeah.
They know the forest. They know the enclave. What do you think would stand against Trump? Really want to, take a strike at these particular locations of these people in Nigeria?
I know you have, so that people don't say I'm evading your question. I knew you have asked a particular question. I come from a community of intellectuals, University of Benin, the hub of intellects. And this discourse has been on many platforms. And the fear and concern of many of my colleagues, and which I also share in their sentiments, some persons have the opinion, this US matter. US is coming for our oil. They are coming for the gold in Zamfara. Because, recently there was this issue of trying to deport some refugees or some illegal immigrants from the United States. And they were to deport them to certain African countries. And Nigeria was approached. That is common knowledge. And Nigeria declined and they went to Ghana. That was one. And there was this issue of, there was another issue they also spoke about, which also Nigeria also declined. So many persons feel that, this Donald Trump, all of a sudden, and all of a sudden is not interested in Nigeria. There may be many reasons why. And again, now we are also doing more trade with the BRICS nation, you know, the BRICS nation, you know, the Brazil, South Africa is even one of them.
Russia, India, China,
and
South Africa.
Oh, this may have also angered the US because, and also too, Tinubu has just recently slammed a 15% tax on imported fuel in order to save and salvage our local refineries. People are saying, oh, and Texas has one of the largest fuel or crude oil dump in the world, refinery in the world. And Nigeria used to import fuel from Texas, United States. So this 50% tax on imported fuel, the US is angered about it. And this could have actually accumulated to the reason why Trump has decided to intervene in Nigeria matter. But the truth must be told here that Nigeria is under attack. That Nigeria need help. It's not in doubt. We need help. And like I said earlier, and I want to also reiterate, me as a person, I want intervention. And I know that's what many of us want. There is nothing wrong in asking people for help. I don't want a military invasion, which, like my brothers have also posited. It is very difficult for the United States to just come into a country. If you look at all the places where the US have actually been intervened, or they didn't really use their own military. Like the way they said they use a USAID to sponsor terrorism in the Middle East. They were using it to fund Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, and all those other terrorist groups that we have in the Middle East to topple Gaddafi, to topple the man from Syria, and even in Iran. They don't really come. They just use their money, their weapons, and then to push what they want. So I don't trust the United States, but at this point in time, sir, we need assistance. And also I must also tell you this. Just this morning, I think in the papers, I was going through the headlines, and I saw that they say, oh, the Nigerian military has crushed this, has crushed that. This whole thing will put us on our toes. It will put us on our toes. Okay. And I know by the grace of God, the economic reforms, which we have not started seeing, people are complaining, but the reforms, they are positive reforms. And the world over, they are commending the doggedness and the willpower to do all these things. We are saying that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should take issues of security seriously, because we are not here to come and be talking about we're trading human lives.
All right.
So we need help in Nigeria. We need intervention, and we are happy just now that the president is making an arrangement to have a discussion with Donald Trump. That is what we want.
All right.
We want help.
Well, you're going to have 2 minutes, just you, to summarize the discussion, because we're going to hand it over to Abuja Network Center. We're able to reestablish contact with them now. If all, God forbid, goes south and the killing persists, do you see Trump invading the hideouts of these terrorists?
The best approach is to work with the Nigerian states, the Nigerian governments. That's the most legitimate approach that the United States administration can employ. Aside from that, they can use the back channel, which was the role that the United States Agency for International Development was playing in the past in various regions of the world, including Nigeria. First of all, they will use propaganda and other machineries to polarize, negatively polarize the system and infiltrate it, with arms, ammunition, and other logistics, using locals. So we do not want this. We will prefer that the United States provide amenities that will be required for the government of the day to help support us in evacuating all these bandits, terrorists, and fundamentalists that are plaguing our society. That is the best approach they can use. And just like folks have said earlier, yes, they are complicit. That's the Westerners have been complicit in the various, issues of insecurity all over Africa. Is it Congo? Is it even Sudan?
There will never be peace in Congo.
So they have been complicit. Look at what is even happening now in Mali. How the channel for petrol have been blocked so that the country is starving of energy. So we know all of this. But whatever might have prompted this sudden interest in the welfare of the Christian folks in Nigeria. It's a welcome development. This country, Nigeria, and its government should leverage on it and ask the American government, not through confrontation, but through very high-power diplomacy, for assistance. Most of the United States provided up with about $300 and something million this year to help with this insecurity. I don't know if you are aware. You know, but this money, we don't know what it was used for. But this time around, the money and whatever assistance that will be given should be given and monitored. Because we are in my area, there's a military general developing the biggest, one of the biggest event center in Edo State, and one of the biggest hotels in Edo State. Where did the money come from? So many of these budgets go into private pocket. But these monies must be channeled properly, and local policing, like I said, must be put into priority for us to be able to checkmate issues of insecurity.
All right, we're waiting for Abuja Network Center to give us a signal to join them. But before that, someone said that we should go hire missionaries. Okay. After all, these same persons, to replenish their ranks, they go hire some of their extremist brothers and sisters to come join the fight. So would that make a difference?
That's where I wanted to come in. With all that have been said, now this is the theory.
Yes.
The Western does not trust the Nigeria government. They believe Nigeria government are playing what we call AD and betting in this whole issue.
Oh, AD and betting, that's the allegation.
Yes, that's the reason why you see that there was sanction. Find that America don't sell ammunition to Nigeria.
But they give us Tucano jets.
It's of recently now. Where the Tucano jets are? They will give us. They give us. Where is it? So the issue is Nigeria government. That's why I said I commend any approach where the president and Donald Trump, the both presidents, will sit together, and the issue of trust will be established so that Nigeria, because the plane that was seized and all of that.
South Africa.
Yes. It was Nigeria government smuggled it. It was not an individual. Yes. If it was an individual, Buhari government would have finished that person. Yeah. So now, in other words, Nigeria government, even the government itself has said that we are complicit. Yeah. Members in between us. Yes. So a government cannot purge himself. Yeah. And all of that.
So that means we need America to purge the government. That's what you're saying right now.
No, this is what I said. The two leaders will now sit together. The issue of trust will not be established. Like, this is what we expected you to be doing as government. Insecurity is everywhere in the world, but these are government approaches when there are insecurity anywhere. So now, I told you the other day, if by now, with the level of insecurity we have in Aso Rock, the president cannot sit down and be viewing what is happening in Sabisa Forest. When in this latest development, I can tell you, sir, Trump can see what is happening in that Sabisa Forest. Mark my word. Doves are flying. Things are happening. Nigeria government does not want to, because that's how they stay in power. Go to many of this no election happen, they give you results. You will tell me where there are clear cut, bomb blasting, killing, they'll come, they'll say they held 2 million votes. Why here there's no battle, we are battling to get 500,000 votes. You can see the complicit. Why these people are funding the crime to ensure they stay in power. Okay. Because when there is this insecurity, I'm very sure some of these people will not even smell power.
All right, thank you.
Because this constant relying on the North to produce bulk votes for one person to win, it is a clear show of business with insecurity.
All right, thank you so much. Well, we are getting strong signals right now from Abuja. Okay, just 1 minute. 1 minute. Quick, 1 minute. Your advice. 1 minute, Prof, quickly.
No, to be very honest with us, modern day warfare is not about the number of soldiers that you have. Yeah. Everything has gone technological. I remember in 2015, the man who was given the contract to come and assist the Jonathan government to wipe out terrorism came out and said they used their equipment to map out, and they were able to gather the personnel know where they are. Before they said they were going to mobilize a few persons to go and do just small hits and run matter quietly.
Right, yes.
The people there already got the information and they've already fled.
Thank you.
So we just hope that the Tinubu government
Thank you.
will take this issue seriously.
Thank you.
I'm really not happy you're not allowing me to talk.
There's no time.
I'm not
All
happy.
right, Joseph Kadri, let's see what you have for us in Abuja Network Center. Over now to you, Joseph.
All these guys will change my time.
Yeah, it is still this morning on ITV, bringing us to Abuja Network Center. We'll be looking at the ongoing plan by the U.S. government to take out terrorists, herders, as well as bandits from the shores of Nigeria following frequent attacks on some persons. This came up on Friday when the U.S. president described Nigeria as a country of particular concern. To look at this, I have with me two-time national chairman of Inter-Party Advisory Council. He also doubles as the former national secretary of IPAC, Comrade Peter. Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah. And then we'll be having a guest via online, Barrister Obadide Olugbo. He's a legal practitioner based here in Abuja. Our connection with him will be via Zoom. All right, so quickly, let's start with you, Comrade Ahmed. How did you view the comment from President Donald Trump?
For me, people have talked about us being a sovereign state, which I agree with a sovereign state. But at this level where we are today, we are in a very dire strait, where Nigerian situation is at a very disheartening, very disappointing level, where the level of death per day is frightening. You can't imagine, even on the road to Itobi and Co, people get kidnapped on a weekly basis. Our security situation has really died, and it's at a very disgraceful and disappointing level for our people. Because the primary purpose of government, as was established in the Constitution, is basically to protect lives and property. Because if you can protect life and property, then the system will flourish. Citizens can move around, business can go around, and then things will happen. Look at, show me how many companies that are foreign international companies that are coming to establish in the northern Nigeria, where I'm from. How many? They are no longer coming because, you know, these advisories that are issued year in, year out by every embassies and countries, sovereign countries, that our citizens should be aware where to travel to. It's already in the same category with the particular concern designation that have just happened. Because when every year you see embassies and government say, oh, citizens should not go to certain area. This also affects business. So this issue is, we must look at it from the foundation. It is the APC who went to the United States of America to try to open up our weakness to the government of the American states. That Nigerian security system architecture at the time under Jonathan was skewed, was bad, and was affecting the society, that it was not working, and people were dying on a daily basis, and they needed help from them. And you will look at it, that also brought Barack Obama out to the extent of bringing all his interest on Nigeria, even participating, making statements on the eve of the election about what Nigerians should do. So it is the APC that have shown our weakness to these people, and they are now trying to see they can play this game. But the Nigerian Armed Forces must wake up, and the Commander-in-Chief must be able to give very direct instruction so that we can be able. We have been in this thing for over 10 years. No, it's not abated. It's getting worse by the day.
Since 2009.
You find out people go to, how they call it, go to discuss. Katsina, look at Katsina. People brought motorcycles with weapons, with AK-47. They came to attend meeting with official government functionaries to dialogue. In Zamfara, the same thing. Why we dialogue with militants who are bent on destroying this country? Terrorists. We have, our armed forces are well trained. They have the capacity. So what is even impeding against their ability to crush these people? We don't have ungovernable spaces. People should start talking about ungovernable spaces. The primary responsibility why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is called Commander-in-Chief today is trying to put security in place. So I am not particularly talking about Trump. I'm talking about the failure of government in Nigeria. And if Trump have come up with this kind of statement, let's leave the categorization of how either Muslims are dying, Christians are dying. That's not my point. Nigerians are dying. Innocent Nigerians that have no security votes, they have no convoy, they have no security apparatus, they're under their control, are dying. That's what we're saying. If the government look at it from a very positive perspective and say, okay, since Nigerians are dying, forget what categorization American has given to it. Can we sit down with our new chiefs and discuss with them, what is your plan to stop this mass murder that is occurring? It's mass murder.
Okay, yeah, you have actually made a point when you said we should not look at the categorization, because we would have looked at where Christians have been killed, Muslims also have been killed. In Kano, a particular imam was killed. In Maiduguri, we have seen how students went to pray in the mosque in the University of Maiduguri and they were killed. A professor was also killed in that particular attack. So it's somehow both Christian and Muslim. But the real thing is that people are dying, like you have said. And there are terrorists, there are bandits, and of course, there are kidnappers. How can we begin to step up even before the U.S. perfect their plans to help out, so to speak?
Stop the killing in the Middle Belt. Stop the killing in Rion, in Bokos, in Plateau State, in Nasarawa. Stop the killing of people, of ethnic minorities. Because this is what is bringing the challenges. Because one, you must look, yes, I don't like discussing religion because based on my level of exposure. But you can't stop people from creating perception to these things. You look at just today, there are communities that have been sacked and renamed. No, this country can't continue like this. We're going to miss it. If we continue the way we are continuing, if we can allow these killings to go unabated, if we allow the level, I don't even want people to be called, what is bandit? A bandit is a person that terrorizes a person using a gun. The same thing is that the kidnappers are doing, raising money to buy weapons. It is another source of financing terrorism in Nigeria. So all these people are terrorists. Whichever nomenclature you want to use, they are all terrorists. And these terrorists have made lives unbearable for Nigerian citizens. Young people can't even wake up. In our days when we had our friends, we could just enter a vehicle and start to go to Lagos. We don't care. We just enter the car and we wind down and there's breeze everywhere and we enjoy our ride to Lagos. How many people can do that today? Young people are afraid. Look at the youth copper, live in Nigeria, somebody who passed for Nigerian law school, going home was kidnapped. People have to pay. Look at the lady in Edo. Video had to go viral. What kind of a society that will have a government that is not responsive enough to be responsive to his own responsibilities?
So I want to ask this question: what actually went wrong? Because from 2010 up to date, the budget for security is really, really huge. And at a time where many people have advised that technology should be deployed to, engage this warfare, it's not what we are seeing. What really went wrong in this period? It's about 16 years now as we speak. From 2009.
Security vote has become bogus language that is used to siphon our resources. They are not using it for what purpose the purpose it is meant for. They are using it, they are siphoning the resources. It has been dipped in corruption. There's complicity on the part of those who are responsible to be able to bring this thing to a halt. There are people in government. Look, there's a deputy director. We are just used to jumping over issues without properly looking at them. There's a deputy director who retired from Ministry of Defense who said that the government knows the sponsors of terrorists in Nigeria. A government has also claimed that they have the list of terrorist sponsors in Nigeria.
That was in the days of Malami.
Yes, why is it difficult for them to arrest them, to put them, bring them to book, if the interest of this country matters to them? But it's unfortunate that all they want is people want power. People do not want power for the good of it. Power that will do good for the people. Nigerians are bleeding. The country is not working. It's not working because there's a way to solve issues. And that issues is to be able to, today we have a system where the police even does nothing apart from checkpoint. The police does nothing. Because all these places that you see soldiers on the road, these are functions of responsibility of the Nigerian police. Why are they not putting them to use? Why have this challenge? It should not be that police is only responsible to be going into what is not constitutionally mandated to do, settle land dispute and become a tax collector on behalf of those who are owing who. The responsibility of this security agency in a civilian administration is even more important than the responsibility of the Nigerian forces within the internal security fabric of our nation. So this challenge is that we must have the commander-in-chief that must have hands-on and wake up and say,
we have now.
This is our, we must.
No, we
have. We have a commander-in-chief that is not working. Today they're talking about going to South America to meet Trump. Yes. At the United Nations meeting last time, that he would have gone. He didn't go. These are areas we would have gone to put Nigerian matter before the international community. We are carrying matters that are not our business.
Yeah, but now that there is a plan for him to see the U.S. president, don't you think that may, give a better, solution to the situation at hand?
You are talking as if the U.S. is one country that does not work with intelligence. You think it's the gossip that U.S. used to arrive at their decision. No, U.S. don't arrive at their decision by gossip or rhetoric. So all these things Nigerian government officials are doing. They say one thing now, they brag at this, they are not really doing government work. They are intelligence. There have been times U.S. have come to this country, take their citizens that is under a kidnap, take them away. The Nigerian government did not know. Nigerian security architecture missed it. So we must see to what are we doing wrong. There are drones that can go to the echolocate the locations of those who are holding people hostages, those people who are kidnapping people. Today we have real-time report of kidnapping incidents, and yet the people still go scot-free. Because there are real-time reports, you see people being kidnapped, motor will be passing, they say, oh, kidnapping happening here now. Why can't we use these resources? And the Nigerian police
as well as phone calls that they make to get ransom.
And then be able to solve this thing, because we can't open an economy for illicit act, for terrorism. Economy has been open for them. And this economy is going on without any level of restriction, without commensurable level of force by people in power. So if this economy is lucrative, and don't forget, we have a system where persons in power today are not creating a neighborhood environment for business to thrive. Because in a situation where more younger people are being pushed into poverty, more younger people are not participating actively in the economy because the economy is not robust enough to accommodate them. You have these issues. So we must have a double-head approach in tackling economic challenges and in tackling security challenges, so that we can open more avenue for people to have means of livelihood, and then be able to gainfully employ, even if not by government, by creating an enabling environment. Beside forest today that is a world. And the other land in Nigeria to feed the world.
To feed the country.
Have you seen the new agricultural technology? This room can feed the state with what people are doing today. So it's about technology. It's not about what you are thinking. It's about technology. So we have a challenge that we must be able to look at this challenge, the government gap. That gap that government has allowed, because they are playing more politics, they are depending on more rhetorics, and that gap is the reason why we are where we are today.
Okay, now let's look at the flip side. Some commentaries are directing that the plan by the U.S. government to come and take out the terrorists and the bad guys may not be for what it ought to be, maybe for exploitation of our resources, and that is on that side. And we've also seen where some stakeholders like Sheikh Gumi also pointed out that we need to cut ties with the U.S. if they claim that they are coming to take out terrorists in our own country. We are a sovereign nation, and we should be allowed to tackle our problem ourselves. Let's get your opinion on that.
Sheikh Gumi must understand that what he says about is creating a lot of very negative perception within the Nigerian context, because I do not see why people are worried about terrorists more than the citizens that are dying. People are dying. What the statement made by some leaders are very common, but the ones Gumi is saying that to cut ties, no. That's not how you make the statement about discussion between nations. What he should have asked for strategic alliance and discussion with the United States government to help them with high-tech technology.
Yeah, but we have seen that in the days of Buhari, where we got about 4 Tucano jets.
That was not even more strategic. It's just that we got it. Are they helping us to also use their satellite to locate where these people are? So it's not about getting it. It's not how we applied it. It's about application. What is the result of those things we got? So we need to sit down with proper strategic thinking. Oh, you have this satellite, you have that. You can locate these people. You can see them. Can we do intelligence sharing? Can we do technology, how they call alliance, where we, even if we can strike them, we will locate them, you inform us, and we strike them. So this discussion can go on, but we do not want boot on the ground. You know, for this specific reason. So you discuss these things. They are subject to discussion. Because you are saying that the U.S., everywhere that is unstable makes the world unstable. It is not just about Nigeria. Because if you leave your ground for as a fertile ground for terrorism to grow, and they become stronger, it will become a training point for other people to come and train and go to other world and commit a dangerous act. So if your country is unstable, it's a danger to the global community. So people don't want to look at international relations. They don't want to look at the world as a global enclave where it is no longer drawn by this kind of artificial boundaries.
Only to cut ties.
Cut ties how? We have so much to benefit from talking to the United States. We have so much to benefit from dialoguing with them. We have so much to benefit from their technological intelligence and other acquired knowledge. So it is best for the president to show workings what I am doing, what I intend to do, what are my plans to eradicate these terrorists. They are terrorists. Nobody should mice words over this issue. They are making our country unsafe, ungovernable. They are displacing community. They are taking away families. Have you not seen the situation when the entire family was taken away in Plateau State? Have you not seen in Benue what happened under Utom? Please, let's stop this thing and behaving as if whether earlier than that attitude. There's a danger to our society. Our people are dying. So and it's our responsibility to speak the truth.
The fear of exploiting our resources.
Which resources? As our resources not being exploited today? Nigeria, go and look at the index of corruption perception index. We are locally exploiting our resources against the betterment and development of the society, even not to the welfare of the people. There are people today. Nigeria is one of the countries where you still have the high level of oil theft. Our gold in Zamfara is being stolen. So why we are protecting that? Who is exploiting that? Is it the Americans?
Yeah, but some school of thought believe that allow the locals to exploit the resources than the foreigners.
They are mostly non-locals. Do you know what? Do you know the size of a ship, a vessel that come to take the crude oil on? Do you know the size?
Supplied by locals.
What is not supplied by local? It's just that they have the how they call it the collaboration, local collaborations.
Yes.
So even if America is to come, it's not local collaboration. We don't even need them. America does not need our resources. Nigeria's system is not as strong as it is. If they want to do it, they can sponsor. But I think this is not where we should be looking at. Nigerians are looking at the wrong side. America too is an oil producing nation. Yeah. They have enough oil. They will have more than us. Their storage capacity. So what we should be looking at is how do we collaborate with these people to save this crumbling nation from its security challenges.
Okay, now let's go to the Zoom and hear what our guest has to say in this discussion. Barrister Obajide Igbo is a legal practitioner based in Abuja. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yeah, it appears it's still not connected. You know how it is with technology. It's not stable at some point. So whenever it's on, we are still here for the remaining time we have on this discussion segment. So let's begin to look at way forward, comrade.
Way forward is for the commander-in-chief of the armed forces as we have today to show that he's capable of solving these challenges. Every statement that is being used against us today was made by them. He made a statement that the life of Nigerian Christians matters, and they are being killed on a daily basis. Shehu Sani made several statements in that line. Rono Mokri made such statements in that line. No such statement can be traced to me. I've never made such statement. I know presidential candidates who have never made such statement that Christians are being killed. Today, what you have sowed, what you have planted in the United States is germinating. So you must come back to the table and sit with the security chief. Wait on their record, they are very competent people. Let leave politics aside. Let's not allow politics
So what is the challenge?
The challenge is political will. Lack of political will. The politics is drowning the technology and the capacity of the Nigerian forces to dismantle these terrorists. It's politics. They bring politics of religion. They don't want to offend this, they don't want to offend that. At the end of the day, when the crisis comes, you say, oh, everybody's dying. So we should allow our Nigerians to be dying. The lives of Nigerians matters, be it Christian, be it Muslim. So it is not anybody will come up with that kind of statement that women made should be condemned. As if what we are discussing here is the blood of goats. These are blood of human beings. And discussion with the American government should be better focused on how to end these challenges, no boot on ground.
I must thank you for your time with us on the program this morning. All right,
thank you.
Where we wrap up this discussion. We hope that the federal government, led by dear President Bola Tinubu, will work towards ensuring that these issues are addressed. And especially with the new service chiefs you have, we hope that if it's possible, they should relocate to the theater of war. All right, now we end the discussion. I'm sure Lagos is standing by for continuation of the program.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Glad to know you're still here, and of course, if you're just joining in, of course, it is the continuation of your news and current affairs program reaching you live from our Lagos Network Center on the ITV network. Once again, my name is Joshua Okata, and of course, I've got right here my co-anchor, Patricia Gabriel. Pat, how are you?
I'm well, Josh.
Good to see you once again.
Good to see you.
All right, on the program this morning, our focus will still be on the continuation of what we earlier on discussed, which is the security concern which our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has responded to. And of course, there is a proposed visit to meet with the U.S. President Donald Trump over the issue of genocidal attack in Nigeria. And of course, we have joining us to have the discussion on this topic is our guest in the person of Mr. Tunji Abdulhamid. He is a legal practitioner and, of course, a political affairs analyst. Good morning once again, Mr. Tunji, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you. Good morning.
All right. Over the weekend, of course, you've been aware that the social media space has been awash with reactions and counter-reaction to the bold statement of the U.S. president, who warned Nigerians that if this genocidal attack on the Christian community continues, the U.S. government will be forced to take back the aid they give to Nigeria's assistance, and of course will do not hold back in crushing the terrorists who have been causing mayhem in Nigeria. What's your take as regards this?
You are trying to make it look friendly the way you are saying it. I'm not sure that was what Trump actually said.
Well,
he didn't say they will hold back. He didn't say
they would not hold back.
They will not hold back.
Yes.
He didn't say they will also attack the terrorists. He said they will invade us, not terrorists. He didn't say so. So we have to clear it. I'm one of those who don't actually believe, support what Trump is saying regarding inflation. Notwithstanding, that does not to say that I am in support of killing. Let's ask ourselves these questions. Is there killing in Nigeria? The answer is yes. Are people being killed? Yes. Are the Christians being killed? The answer is yes. Are Muslims being killed? The answer is yes. Is the government doing enough to curb the killing? The answer is no. The government has failed in that regard. So there is no doubt that people are being killed. What I will not accept is to say that there's a genocide on Christians. I love the way you.
Okay. Now let me make it clear, because when you said Donald Trump promised to invade Nigerians, I don't think that would sit well to.
I didn't say Nigerians. Nigeria.
Yeah, I don't think that would even sit well with some Nigerians who are not comfortable with the fact that you are saying he would definitely come and invade us, because obviously this is coming against the backdrop of the genocidal attack, which he said has been targeted at the Christian community. Now, let me read his statement boldly. From his verified handle, he stated that if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killings of Christians, the U.S. will immediately stop all aids and assistance to Nigeria and may well go into the now disgraced country gone a-blazing to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists. So he's not talking about invading Nigeria, as it were, to be able to kill people at random. He's targeting the Islamist terrorists.
Where are these terrorists? That is the question. Where are they? Can Trump be able to, has he be able to identify where their locations are?
So that is just to put in perspective why he is coming to Nigeria, not necessarily to attack Nigerians.
Have we invited him to come and do that for us? Are we no longer a sovereign country? Are they not killing in U.S.? Are they not killing in Nigeria? 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 Are they not Have we tried to go there and say, because they are killing US, we are coming to attack? We can call for help. We can ask Trump to come and assist, not to threaten us. That is disrespectful. We're a country, and I will not support that. I'm not a supporter of this government in terms of performance. They are not doing well.
Okay, so
and in terms of security, they are like Kadasika. They are not even more. They are not concerned about it since they came into power.
But
the insecurity we are talking about did not start at this with this government.
Yes.
But this government has not been doing enough. They are more concerned about making money and politics. So that is taken, yes. But that does not give the US the authority to become our president and try to say, if they decide to come, people who are happy about it, it is not only the terrorists that will be affected. These terrorists we are talking about, where have they been able to ascertain their actual location? Let's even be able to say they've ascertained that. What legal right do they have to come into our country without our authority? Yes, they can impose sanctions. They can say we are not going to give you aid.
But Nigeria is not going to be the first country that they have gone into, because they have the Department of State classifying countries as a particular concern. So right now Nigeria is one of them. We have countries like China, Iran, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and all of that. And you know that American has always gone into countries with religious problem, just like Nigeria has right now.
I don't believe we have religious problems.
Well, that's how they classify us now. They classify.
All right, that's our own classification. Sorry for cutting you. I must not take it, because like I just said it. Are people being killed in Nigeria? Yes. Are Christians being killed in Nigeria? Yes. Recently in Nigeria, about 2 months or a month ago, we are told about 70 people were killed in the mosque. Are those people in the mosque, are they Christian? So if you have said the insecurity in Nigeria, we can no longer take it. Nigerian government, you must do something. That will sit well with me. They're saying it's a genocide, and he's saying it's an attack on Christians. Is he saying that Muslims don't matter? Is he saying that this killing has to do with Muslim and whatever? And how did they ascertain that those who are killing are being sent by the Muslims? How do you ascertain that those who are the Muslims that have been killed were sent by the Christians?
All right, now
how do we ascertain that? How do we determine who are the? I'm not aware that the government has said these other people have been arrested and they've been said that look, they were sent by Muslim communities or to so.
They are Muslims.
You see this problem of our general classification, and that's our problem, and they are backing on it. When Mr. Abdulhamid now, who's a Muslim, for instance, or Mr. Chigozie, who's a Christian, for instance, decide to commit a crime, rather than say Mr. Chigozie commit a crime, they will say a Christian, or they will say a Sadana, or an Igbo guy, or Igbo man. Igbo are killing people. That is the generation that is causing this problem for us. When somebody commit a crime, let's see them as a criminal. Terrorists are terrorists. If they are Muslim, crush them. If you can crush them, that's what the government has not been doing. They've not been crushing them. They've not been doing the needful. They've been having. It's appalling. We have seen them, the criminals, holding meeting with communities. True. And the government are not, that's why I say they are like Kadasika. They are not concerned. So yeah, that is an issue. But for you to time it and say what they are killing Christians, that make it more like deficient. You are trying to divide us, and we should not allow ourselves to be divided.
Okay, so
the idea of somebody from the north committing a crime and saying the others are committing crime, it will not all go well with us or with me. The idea of a Yoruba man committing a crime and saying the southwest are committing crime, or the Igbo man being, let's call a spade a spade. The man has a name.
All right, there's also this video that we're going to watch right about now of the, okay, you want to say something?
Yes, before the video comes up, just because it's talking about tagging the person that has committed this and what we should do. So we have Asari Dekubo, who has warned Trump that Nigeria will be the graveyard of any U.S. invasion. Do you think this can actually happen? Does Nigeria have the strength to push back?
Do we have the strength to even we are unable to confront what people will call bandits, people will call terrorists, people will call us a group of criminals, and you are talking about the invasion from the U.S. Is it a fight of two fighting? Is it a fight of using their feet to fight? Well, as I is just talking, it was not relevance. You know, that's the way he does things. By the time, and unfortunately, this is not a fight he can fight. What can he do? What muscle will he bring? When the issue of River State was happening, what did he say? He said that if Tinubu tried to do anything, what did he do thereafter? When the state of emergency was declared, it's just an attempt to be relevant, and you take him seriously, you are just on your own.
Okay.
All right, now let's watch the video of the U.S. Treasury Secretary in the person of Scott Bessent. We're going to get your views as regards how people are trying to, misrepresent fact as to what Trump earlier on said about his invasion on the Islamist terrorists. Let's watch this video, and when we return, we'll get your feed on that.
And the U.S. has been asleep at the switch, and now this administration, we're going to go at warp speed over the next 1-2 years, and we're going to get out from under the sword that the Chinese have over us, and they have it over the whole world. And this time, we have rallied the allies, and so it is going to be all the Western democracies, the Asian democracies, and India are also going to join us in this in trying to form our own supply.
All right, no, so we've been able to watch that video. What's your take as regards what the U.S. Treasury Secretary is talking about as regards how long there's going to be on their reliance on China when it comes to rare earth material? Now, I would want you to also put that side by side with the reactions of people as regards America coming into Nigeria with this kind of discussion trending on socials.
I didn't hear most of the things he said. I had some of the highlight of what he said. Okay. And in there, he's talking about this inflation. This country of a particular concern declaration. You see, when a country is declared a country of particular concern, what does it mean? The U.S., do they have the power, let's even talk about that, to declare a state of a country of particular concern? They have. They have a law which gives them that right. International Religious Freedom Act, that 1998 or so, that was made. That law is for the U.S., it's not for the entire world. So that will only guide them as to what to do in this circumstance. And I'm very sure that particular law will not say one of the things you have to do is to go and invade because somebody is committing this. There are sanctions. The first thing I expect them to even do is to engage the government of Nigeria and say, look, this is a complaint against your country. What can you say to this? Or to even pass the petition to them and say, please, we refuse this, or we are working on this.
But some people are saying that from this trending video, it seems as though the idea of not relying heavily on China when it comes to their rare earth material, and of course looking at their ally like Korea, India, and the rest of Europe, is that their attention will be shifted to Africa and some other countries within. And if this is an opportunity, as some people are saying, that they might be using this genocidal attack as a hidden agenda to invade Nigeria and steal some of their materials. Do you think this is something to go by looking at the video?
It's not something to look away from. It is like, I will not say that is its position. I will not say that is not. It is possible. You remember Libya, the way they what's it called? They made us look like, sorry, what is the name of the man? Gaddafi. Look like he was the destroyer of the country, he's destroying everything, he this and that. And then they were able to crush him. The people were by their position. And after the man has been killed, what happened thereafter? The country was doing well before the man was killed. But now, what is the position of Libya? So if you are talking, I know that too, that U.S. will not go and put their nose in an area where there's no benefit for them. So if people are talking about economic benefit or whatever, I will not dispute it.
So do you think that this video has anything to do with their interest?
It may be possibility.
Interest. Maybe they have a
it may be. We may not know. It's just we cannot ascertain that. There's possibility. I will not throw it away. It could be, and then they may have a target, because I don't know why they are more concerned about people are being killed in Nigeria. There are other countries where Christian and Muslims are being killed.
So that's
more than, and they're not declining their.
Why are they so passionate about it now? Indians, Muslims have years, even in the past government. So why is the Americans so interested now?
Probably because they will say, people who have gone to them. It's not on their own. There are people who are Nigerians who have laid complaint. Just like this current administration, those who are in this government now, where there are outside governments, they did the same thing. They were calling on the U.S. They were sending letters to the U.S. to come and rescue us. Probably that is the similar thing that's happened now. So you see, when you sow, you reap, and that unfortunately is affecting our country now.
Now let me get
the government should do well
okay.
by ensuring that they ensure that security is top notch. That is the responsibility under the Constitution, Section 14, Section 2B. The primary responsibility of the government is security and welfare. But this government have abandoned security as far as I'm concerned. They are not doing well in it. So they must do more to ensure that to outweigh the feelings of the U.S. And I see benefit in this U.S. threat.
Okay, so that's why I'm going to ask you. Do you think this move will influence the government to act more on the insecurity problem?
If they are truly serious, that should motivate them to do more in terms of security. This is a clarion call. They say, look, you are failing. People have been saying it, but they are seeing it as politics.
Do you see?
So now that it's been coming from the outside, even as it is today, they are still seen as being politically influenced.
We have the president going to meet with Trump on Tuesday. Do you think, what do you think the outcome will be? Is he going to give in and allow him to come in, or he's going to be negotiating?
I'm not sure the president will do that. The president will not allow that. Yeah, it's good. You have to engage. I expect this will have happened before now. You see, the attitude of our government, when things are being, rumors are being peddled or some things are on ground, they will not react. They will say, we have not been officially informed. And I've said it's not good for a government to sit and say, I have not been officially informed. When you are hearing information, why can't you make findings and know whether or not? Why have they not engaged the U.S. before now, when they were planning to look at that bill that was before it being passed? Why would they wait till Trump make this a threat?
All right, now
so that's my worry. They are not proactive.
Could this
and they should be proactive.
Could this be, as people would allege, thunder striking twice, you know, in a particular location? Given what happened in 2015, where the previous administration, before the Buhari-led administration came into being, it was about the same issue of insurgency that led to the ousting of Goodluck Jonathan Ebele from the seat of government. Are we likely to see that happening? That's one. Two, what is your take as regards the stand as alleged by the Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi, who has said that Tinubu should take a decisive action against Trump, that this is an insult on his administration?
Did he explain the decisive action he's talking about? What kind of decisive action he's talking about? Is he one of those who are encouraging these people? Has he not come out to say these people are angry and they are being maltreated? That's why they are doing what they are doing. Are we not being maltreated, all of us in Nigeria? Why are we not carrying a gun and start killing people? And he's justifying them. This man was one of those who are, or is even still.
But earlier on, you said that Nigeria is a sovereign nation, so you don't see any reason why the US should be interfering in our issue. So is he not also taking stand with you by saying that, look, this guy cannot be dictating for us. He should take a decisive action?
I have not concluded my thoughts. I was just talking about Gumi himself as a person. I have not talked about the issue he raised. You have to differentiate the two. I was talking about his attitude, what he has done. I have not reacted to exactly the point he made. I have asked questions regarding that. He said the president should take a decisive action. What kind of decisive action is he talking? Has he suggested one? Is it to confront them and fight them, or to go and engage, or to just sit down and say, look, come and do what you want to do, and say, we are ready for you? Is that what he's saying? I don't know. So he must come out clearly and tell us the kind of decisive action he wants the president to take. So if you want the president to confront, then let him come and say it. But I know we don't have the capacity. We can't deceive ourselves. We cannot just fight. We can't fight ordinary Boko Haram and bandits.
In my state,
Kwara State, for the last months, we have been in the news. People are being killed unnecessarily, and people that are being killed are not just Christian and Muslim. They are Nigerians. But we are talking about genocide of clean Nigerians and clean Christians. That's where I disagree with the president, the U.S. That genocide attack on Christians is where my worry is. They have made it general. Say the insecurity in your country can no longer be tolerated. Please do something. Otherwise, we'll take steps. These steps should not include inflation of our country. Like I said, I will still repeat it. We are a sovereign nation.
Okay. The president, like we know, is in the U.S., right? It's going to the U.S. tomorrow, Tuesday.
Has it been finalized? I'm not sure.
Yeah, but, well, that's what they said. He's going to go meet with the president, with Trump on Tuesday. We hope he goes. Okay, because you said engagement is very important.
Of course.
At this minute. Okay.
Diplomatic engagement.
So while they're having diplomatic engagement, in your own thought, what is the best response from the Nigerian presidency on this issue? What do you think should be the best response?
The best response is to go there and explain to them what is happening in the country. Let them know that this killing is not about Christian, it's not about Muslim.
So do you think they will have already, the president will have what to say to Donald Trump as in consign about that they have the solution, they are fighting the criminals and all that? Do you think
I will not expect that the president will not say that. He will tell them they have the solution, they are taking steps. You know, we have a government that is always defending whatever policy they are bringing, even and people are seeing it. Working, if they are doing anything, we are not seeing it. So they will have to double their efforts. Probably this will gear them up, I will ginger them, and to know that, look, security is an important issue that we must not take lightly. So that is the advantage or benefit I see from this Trump's threats. It will wake them up, I hope so, that to do their responsibility under the Constitution as given to them.
All right, finally, before we go on, what's your take as regards people who are panicking? Some say that they are terrorists. If not, they shouldn't be worried about U.S. coming in to fight these terrorists.
Who are those panicking? Nigerians?
There are a lot of people who are not comfortable with
America
coming into the soil of Nigeria.
People have to be panic. So because if the U.S. invade, legally or illegally, I beat this time around, it will be illegal, as far as I'm concerned.
Why do you think so?
It should be illegal because we are not. They were not invited by us. We are a sovereign nation. They cannot come and control our country the way they can impose economic sanctions.
Yeah.
They can refuse to do business with us. They can refuse to sell arms to us. They can refuse to give us loan. They can refuse to not support our loan request. Those are there. So that's within their power to do. But to say we are going to come into your country and do it for you, we have not asked them to come and do it for us. Because we cannot go to US and say we are doing that for them.
Barrister, in one word before we go. So what's your, is it good or bad for the American government to come help us, to come assist? Because at this time, they're saying they come to assist us, and we know that there are killings going on, real killings going on. You just talked about Kwara State, now your state. So is it going to be good for them to come or wrong in your own perception?
There's nothing wrong in it. It's very good for them to come. But we must be at our instance, not at their own, what's it called? The voluntary, on their own, they will just come without us inviting them. For you to be my visitor in my house, I must invite you. So if you want to solve issue for me, I must be the one to say, come and resolve this issue for me. If I have not invited you for that purpose, and you are coming by force, you are intruding. You are trespassing.
All right.
So the U.S. will be trespassing, intruding. I will be breaching law, international law, by coming to our country and saying we are trying to help us. Is it by force? And I will be happy if you seek that help. If that meeting will be in that result to say, look, we are going to assist you. And there's an agreement between the two presidents as to how the assistance will come.
But at this rate, don't you think we need help?
We need, and that's what I'm saying.
All right, we're pressed for time. We're pressed for time. Thank you so much, Mr. Tunji Abdulhamid, legal practitioner, of course, a political affairs analyst, for giving us your 2 cents on this issue. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to read.
All right, that's the much we'll be having with you from our Lagos Network studios. Many thanks for watching. Up next is the news update. That will be from our Benin Network studio. Just there.
ITV, certainly the best.
Good morning and welcome to ITV News Updates. I am Chukufum Nanya Digwe. Now, Tristanet's Metaverse community, in partnership with Sami Hope Mega Foundation, organized a mega outreach and awards ceremony at Baptist Convention Ground on TV Road, Benin City, to empower families and offset school bills of over 50 children in Edo South. The outreach was attended by beneficiaries and stakeholders, including the senior pastor of Assurance of Salvation Ministries, Reverend Austin Egega, and Mrs. Ada Agbonika, wife of Edo State Commissioner of Police. Joy Obaisiagbon reports.
These are the sound of tomorrow, calling out to today.
After 12 months of anticipation, Trisonet Metaverse community finally fulfilled its financial promise, bringing joy and relief to hundreds of beneficiaries. According to the CEO of Trisonet Metaverse community, Evangelist Happiness Etu, Trisonet Metaverse is an online platform aimed at supporting parents in footing school fees of their children and provide healthcare and financial freedom for adults.
It's a child's right to free education. You adults, enter as adults, major things that might interest you to pay. Number one is called OIM. The second one is called PIM. And the third one is SIM.
Wife of Edo State Commissioner of Police, Mrs. Ada Agbonika, commended the initiative.
I've known prisoners for like a year now, and I've been partnering with them. So it's a privilege to be here with them, to support them.
Checks and documents were presented to beneficiaries who expressed gratitude and relief.
3 of my children, their school fees has been cleared through this Trisonet Metaverse community. So I'm so excited.
I feel very excited, and I'm grateful for God for giving us this opportunity for the free school fees.
The CEO of Sami Hope Foundation and coordinator of Edo South Trisonet Metaverse community revealed that intending beneficiaries would register with 15,000 naira and receive 600,000 naira disbursed as school fees after 1 year of registration.
Once a child enters into the system, we take care of that child education, school fees, any school of your choice.
The outreach featured spoken word and dance performances, song presentation and award. From Benin, Joy Obaisiagbon, ITV News.
In another report, late Madam Victoria Enogionwa Osase has been eulogized as a woman who lived a fulfilled life. Children of the deceased and some family members stated this during a social dance organized by the family to bid her farewell in Benin City. Wellington Akodeja reports that the ceremony attracted guests from all walks of life.
The biblical saying that there is time to be born and a time to die played out in the life of late Madam Victoria Enogionwa Osase as her children, family members, and guests gathered at a social dance to celebrate her life and times. Venue for the ceremony was packed with guests following late Madam Victoria Osase's impact on the society as different musicians entertained guests with melodious tunes. Children of the deceased took turns to engage the dance floor in honor of their mother. Our guest, Reverend Benson Ogiraki, and some other extolled the deceased as a woman after God's heart.
The children of Mama has actually done well because it is joy for children to bury their parents.
Appreciating guests, children of the deceased, Monday Osasehi, and one of the sons, who is the founder of Heaven is Hope Believers Mission International Incorporated, Pastor Osahan John Osasehi, including their wives, paid glowing tribute to their matriarch.
Those that stood by me in the time of grief, I say may the Lord bless them.
I will miss our care, our prayer, and I will miss everything about her.
Since I saw the departure, it has been something else. My wish is God should just wish her and rest her soul.
I did not believe that you will go very soon. You will always be in my heart.
Late Mother Victoria Inogewa Usase was born in 1945, passed away on the 3rd of August 2025 at the age of 80 from Benin, Wellington, Akodija, ITV News.
Moving on, after successful funeral rites of late Deaconess Victoria Ogogo Omokaru, children of the deceased, joined by family and friends, organized a special reception to entertain guests at Stevilk Event Center on Adeswa Road, GRA, Benin City. Pius Nsogo reports that the event, which attracted dignitaries from all walks of life, was a moment for the family, friends, and well-wishers to celebrate the legacies of the departed matriarch who died at 90.
The life of late Deaconess Victoria Ogogo Omokaru Ni Amayo was a testament of love, integrity, and grace, which leaves lasting memory in the hearts of all who knew her. The children, led by the eldest son, Mr. Andy Omokaru, were in their best as they rolled out the drums to celebrate the glorious life of a woman whom they said made so much impact in the lives of others. Deaconess Omokaru was known as a virtuous woman of unshakable faith, boundless love, and an uncommon grace. And so different groups and personalities showed up to identify with the family.
My mother dedicated the whole of her life for the children and make sure every member of the family has a due and associates of all.
I would say she's a virtuous woman who knows Christ from day one. She's for all. A woman that will sacrifice her life for others before her children.
I love her and I missed her. She always there. Anytime me and my husband has some issue and all that, she will tell me, you know you are wrong, but I just want to support you because I don't want to support my son.
Late Deaconess Victoria Omokaru, a beacon of hope and pillar of strength to all who crossed her path, a counselor to the young and a vessel of peace wherever she went, died at the age of 90. From Benin, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
Egosa Anglican Grammar School Old Boys Association, class of 88, has eulogized late Pa Richard Idanobo Asemuta as a disciplinarian whose values shaped the life of their member, Colonel Asemuta, and inspired others. The tribute was part of a social dance held at the Playhouse Event Center, Benin City, in honor of the retired military officer.
Members of the Old Boys Association showered encomium on Colonel Asemuta's father as a man of principle who instilled discipline not only in his children but also in those around him.
He was a very loving father to us while we were in school, encouraging us to ensure that we do the right things.
We are here celebrating the life of a great man, a man that affected lives because his children have gone far and wide imparting lives.
Colonel Godfrey Asemuta is one of us. It's a great day being together. We are privileged to be alive this day, and that is why we are gathered together just to join him to honor his father who just passed on.
In those days, the man used to give us plenty of advice that made us, grow up like this to become men who are fulfilled. He's a gentleman and a man who has really lived his life to the fullest.
In his tribute, Colonel Asemuta extolled his late father as a firm, principled and loving man who laid the foundation for his success in life and career.
My father was a very great man. Those teachings that he gave me during those early days, that for you to achieve greatness, you must be committed to what you do. You must be hardworking. has been what has kept me today.
The event featured cultural dances, refreshments, and a warm atmosphere of remembrance and gratitude for a life well lived. From Benin, Oluwapelumi Abioye, ITV News.
In another report, World Health Organization has said Nigeria recorded a total of 244 deaths from cholera outbreaks between January 1st and September 28, 2025. The report shows that the country reported 10,353 cholera cases within the 9-month period, with a case fatality rate, CFR, of 2.4%. The report indicated that in the last 28 days, the country confirmed 615 new cases and 10 deaths, representing a CFR of 1.6%. Cholera is an acute diarrheal infection caused by consuming food or water contaminated with the bacterium Vibrio cholerae. Moving on, the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has led a coalition of leaders of the All Progressives Congress, APC, to formally endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election in 2027. The event held at Uromi, Esan Northeast Local Government Area. It saw the defection of new entrants into the APC. Government House correspondent Kingsley Uchegbu has details.
Motion for the formal adoption of President Tinubu as APC's preferred candidate for the 2027 presidential election, as moved by the APC senatorial leader in Edo Central, General Cecil Esekaibo retired, set the tone for the rally. The Uromi rally brought together key political figures in Edo State, including the Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, Senator Adams Oshomole, and the Minister for Regional Development, Honorable Abubakar Momo, amongst others.
This opportunity to thank Mr. President. He has provided all the resources for us to work in Edo. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has unified the ancient rate to eliminate a situation where people don't work, they are making money. For us, the highest possible quote that is allowed in this very state will be delivered to APC come 2027. Happy to show. And who is giving this our governor power? Our father, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Host and Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, expressed his gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for his continued support for Edo State, particularly in infrastructure development. He noted that the president does not need to come to Edo to campaign, as numerous projects in Edo are already campaigning for him.
I have confidence to talk, because when I look at my back, the president is always there to support us. I will always thank Mr. President for what he's doing for Edo people. We will let him know that we are for him completely here.
4 buses were during the rally donated to campaign coordinators from Edo North, Edo Central, and Edo South senatorial districts. New entrants from the PDP and Labour Party, led by a former member of the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Emmanuel Okoduwa, Honorable Patrick Ilobe, and Honorable Anthony Iselobo, were formally received into the APC. Kingsley Uchegbu, ITV News.
And that's the size of our package on ITV News Updates. I am Chukufum Nanya Digwe. Many thanks for watching. Good morning.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Good morning and welcome. This is TMI Socials. I am Chukufum Nanya Digwe, and here's what's making waves across the social media space. Now, we begin where very obviously we should. It's been trending around social media and also in our very faces. The threats by President Donald Trump of the United States to deploy armed forces to Nigeria. Now, the U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a strong warning. He is threatening possible deployment of American troops or airstrikes in Nigeria over the rising number of attacks on Christians. Now, in his words, he says, "They're killing the Christians. We are not going to allow that happen." Trump said aboard Air Force One, revealing he has directed the Pentagon to prepare for rapid action if the Nigerian government fails to protect vulnerable communities. Now, Nigeria's president has also responded to this. He swiftly rejected the statement, calling it a distortion of facts and stressing that insecurity in the country affects all regions, not just Christians. As you know, social media platforms are now flooded with debates. Some users hail Trump's remarks as overdue global attention to religious persecution, while others accuse Washington of overreach that could undermine Nigeria's sovereignty and worsen regional instability. Now, let's get to see some of the words, actually, of the United States of America President Donald Trump, a statement that he actually did post on his Truth platform. Let's get to see that image.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria, and they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
Well, there you have it. That's actually the snippet where he did say they're killing Christians and we're not going to have it. Well, let's also get to see a statement he did post on his Truth platform. Now, this statement reads, "If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns a-blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attacked our cherished Christians, warning the Nigerian government better move fast." Now, that is the statement of President Donald Trump on his True platform. As you already know, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our own president right here in Nigeria, has also released a statement as regards this. Now, let's get to quickly see the statement of the Nigerian government as regards it. It says, Nigeria stands firmly as a democracy governed by constitutional guarantees of religious liberty. It goes on to say, since 2023, our administration has maintained an open and active engagement with Christian and Muslim leaders alike and continues to address security challenges which affect citizens across faiths and regions. The characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant does not reflect our national reality, nor does it take into consideration the consistent and severe efforts of the government to safeguard freedom of religion and beliefs for all Nigerians. Religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of our collective identity. Well, that is what the national statement reads in part as regards this one. Now, let's move on to other reactions as regards this. Let's see the next one. First statement by Bayo Onanuga, it actually reads, President Bola Tinubu was well ahead of the orchestrated game unfolding in America as he told the new service chiefs on Thursday what Nigerians expect of them. No more excuses, he said. Nigerians want results. Here is the excerpt of his speech. Security threats are constantly evolving, constantly mutating. Of grave concern to our administration is the recent emergence of new armed groups in the north, central, northwest, and parts of the south. We must not allow these new threats to fester. We must be decisive and proactive. Let us smash the new snakes right in the head. That is the statement by the presidential spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, as regards this. Now, let's get to see some other updates on this issue, which is very, very viral on the social media space. We'll get to see another reaction right there. And it says, no nation commits to a costly rescue mission across an ocean for reasons of simple charity. The U.S. is not eyeing Nigerian Christians. It's eyeing the estimated 37 billion barrels of oil reserves and the vast untapped wealth of rare earth minerals needed for its entire defense and tech industry. The U.S. military doesn't act as the global church enforcement arm. It acts as the global resource grabbing agency. The moment a rescue is involved, the cost is already tallied in barrels of crude and tons of lithium. The only thing that will be rescued very soon is America's industrial supply chain. Don't confuse geopolitical greed with gospel passion. Now, that is a very fiery comment on this particular issue. Let's get to see another reaction from the social media space on this one. This one from Omoyele Showore, does go ahead to say the latest threats by U.S. President Donald Trump to launch military action in Nigeria allegedly to protect Christians may sound appealing to some. Still, history has shown this to be perilous. That is what the that particular comment reads in part. Let's get to the next comment, the next reaction on this from the social media space. The next netizen actually is American artist Nicki Minaj. She says, reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror. It is dangerous to pretend we don't notice. Thank you to the president and his team for taking this seriously. God bless every persecuted Christian. Let's remember to lift them up in prayer. Well, those are, should I say, the theatrics that are all around this planned or threatened military action by the U.S. President Donald Trump as regards what he calls a very concerning state where he's saying there's mass genocide in Nigeria of Christians. Well, that's a wrap on TMI Socials today. And I thank you so much for staying tuned in. From the whole TMI crew, we want to say a very big thank you for joining us today from our Benin, Abuja, and Lagos network centers. We want to thank you and also thank our guests for their insightful analysis. I am Chuku from Nanya Digwe. Do have yourself a lovely day. Bye-bye.